So I read a lot. I'm always reading something sales and marketing related, at least 30 minutes every single day. Actually, you can probably see the post-it notes behind me. I'm just realizing that now in the background, which is from another book that I'm reading. I'll share that in a different video. Today, I wanted to share something that I read in this book called Persuasion by Robert Cialdini, and I think you'll find this very interesting. He also wrote the book Influence, which is on my bookshelf and is a must-read if you're involved in anything sales and or marketing, by the way. One of my favorite books of all time. Really what this gets to is how important it is to make sure that the person across the table from you at a sales presentation or reading your marketing understands what you're talking about. And if you're selling IT services, you know just how important that is and how hard that is to do. But it's more important than you might even realize, even though you realize it, if that makes sense. And it will. So when something comes through to you and is presented in the simplest way possible, our minds processes with what he calls cognitive ease. He says that when someone processes something with cognitive ease, they experienced increased neuronal activity in the muscles in their face that produce a smile. Imagine that. Understanding something can lead to happiness, which is pretty important when you're trying to close a sale. You definitely want them to be happy, right? Of course. If they don't understand, when it is too complex to process with cognitive ease, the opposite effect happens. Now, here's where it gets interesting and crazy. We all know we need to make our communications simple and non-technical when selling and marketing. But just how deep this goes might surprise you. Now, Cialdini is great at backing up everything with his research. So he shared an analysis of names of attorneys at 500 law firms. And this study found that the harder an attorney's name was to pronounce, the lower he or she stayed in the firm's hierarchy. Think about that for a moment. If something as small as your name can have an effect and an impact on your success, you can see just how easy it is to make things overly complex and technical. And the end result is it's going to have an even worse effect than we thought. If you're not doing everything in your power to make input process with great cognitive ease, you're hurting your chances of selling. And the takeaway here is it is so much deeper than you think. You absolutely must make your presentations and communications even simpler than you think you need to. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if this surprises you or not, and what are you doing to focus your communications and presentations to keep it as simple and understandable as you can. And definitely go out and get this book.